Cory, what's with this girl? She's very sentimental. You know, flowers, candy.
Sirloin steaks?
Nothing says I love you like a beautiful piece of meat.
Cory, please!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 35 of Boy Retrocast, the podcast where two guys look back at the show that shaped their lives. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle, and I really have nothing today.
Well, that says something right there. I'm not gonna lie. It's just one of those episodes. It's just weird. Yeah. We are talking about season 2, episode number 10, Sister Theresa. Guess who the director was? Take a wild guess.
Samuel Fuller?
David Trainer. Written by Jeff Sherman. Original air date, November 25th, 1994. Kyle, what are we talking about?
Cory wins a girl's heart with a little politeness, but he better stay respectful because she's Harley Kiner's kid sister, Theresa, also known as TK, who never takes no for an answer.
Spoiler alert there, wow. The description just spoiled the entire episode. It's all good.
Well, we can end the episode early. Good night.
Seriously, that spoiled the whole thing. We'll get into it all as we go along still, though. Alright, we started home with Amy trying to get in with a shitload of groceries. Apparently she doesn't believe in plastic bags. That's what I learned in that segment. And Cory is nuking his socks in the microwave because he likes warm clothes. What? You lost me 2 seconds
What the holy mother of ass just happened?
I was 2 seconds in and I'm lost. And apparently he was going to help his mom pick up stuff, but he just wanted the celery and the peanut butter to dunk. And I do love where's the peanut butter? It's the new peanut butter. Well, the old one has celery in it. Well, what? Come on! It's such a stupid joke.
And then, just as she's about to ream him for this, Ellen walks in, eating celery, dunking celery in the peanut butter jar, going,
It's such a stupid joke.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid joke. What a weird way to start the show. Yeah. And apparently, this sets up our theme of politeness for the show.
Yeah.
We've learned how this starts. I personally love Sean saying, polite in my family is wearing a tie to your arraignment. What the fuck goes on in his family? Every show, it's something different. Cory is really super nice to Feeney and to Eric, but after he opens the door for Eric, he runs into a female, and that female is TK, the one we mentioned earlier, who is
played by Danielle Harris. Now, if you're someone like me who's huge into horror films, she is basically a legend as far as she goes. She played Jamie Lloyd, the target of Michael Myers in Halloween 4 and 5. She played Annie Brackett in Halloween 2 Rob Zombies. She was recently in See No Evil 2, the remake of The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The sequel to The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Hatchet 2 and 3.
any other TV shows or anything besides this one?
She's Debbie Thornberry from The Wild Thornberrys.
Okay.
Let's see here. Hold on a moment. She was in Father of the Pride.
Pride, okay.
An episode of The West Wing.
Okay, and then of course this episode here. Did she come back for any other shows after this one, or just her only appearance?
Well, just a moment here. I'm getting to that.
Just curious, because I don't remember ever seeing her ever again.
She was in Urban Legend.
Okay.
2 episodes of ER. Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. No, she was only in this episode.
Wow, for such a good character too. You know what I mean?
It's a waste of a good character. She was in Free Willy.
What was she in Free Willy? Who was she in Free Willy?
Gwenny.
Oh, I have to watch the movie again.
Okay. 7 episodes of Roseanne.
Okay.
The Last Boy Scout.
Okay.
An episode of Growing Pains. Episode of In Living Color. She was in an episode of Erie, Indiana. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. City Slickers. Marked for Death with Steven Seagal. That's about it.
That's there you go. She had a hell of a list of stuff she's done. But like you said, she's big in the horror movie, so that's something up your alley. So I just didn't recognize her outside of this show. I'm not a big horror movie guy, so that makes sense to me. So, all right. He runs into her, and the first thing I noticed, besides the fact that she's, mean, really, kind of a bitch to start, which I understand she's bumped into, was the random, I wrote it down here, where is it? Let's fast forward, we're too far in my notes here. The sex kitten skirt, which is a random thing that I noticed. I never noticed before, because I'm looking for details as we watch this. But suddenly, she starts hitting on Cory, which is weird, because the penguin's not in this episode, by the way. I just want to make that note, she's not in this episode. She starts hitting on Cory, which is kind of a little weird, because Cory never gets hit on, ever.
He's like me.
And, all because he's being polite and picking up her books, and it was really cool. You know what I mean? It was really nice of him. I do love the fact that she's like, I like your smile. I use the toothpaste with the swirls. What? And I love, by the way, a little detail. Sean is in the background watching all of this. I love the detail work on that.
He's just thinking, is hell freezing over?
Like, what just happened in the background of all this going on? So we found out her name is TK, Theresa, but she wants me to know TK. That's cool. And she takes out a switchblade pen. You cracked that bat, by the way.
And I actually want to know, where the hell can I get one of those?
That's a hell of a prop. And writes her number.
And he just goes, oh God.
You blame him. Come on, it's a switchblade. Again, something that would never work in a show now.
Yeah.
A switchblade pen would never go over well on a show now.
Well, I don't know. They'd actually still have the switchblade comb.
They don't do that joke. I don't know how much to do the jokes, though. You know what I mean? Especially a joke like that. You know what I mean? I don't think that joke would work anymore. But anyway, and gave Cory his number, unbeknownst to him, which is the dumbest move. I was
going to say, gave Cory his number?
Her number, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Her number, unbeknownst to him.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it dawned on him after the fact, with Sean, who's always the more social one, and always smarter in this case.
He says, she put 7 numbers on my hand. I don't know what to do with these. It means call her.
How am I going to call if I don't have her? Oh. I know that feeling, though. I do know that feeling.
A dim bulb brightens. It's kind of like that one time when you realize that you've been hit. You realize that someone in high school flirted with you about 8 years after the fact.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling too.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It's just one of those points where you just realize and you just go, son of a bitch.
I was answering a text message.
Yeah.
Anyway, they talk on the phone for 2 hours in it before Cory tells Sean in the middle of class. Yeah. They're in homeroom. Sorry, they're in homeroom, and she asked him out to the movies on Friday, which stunned Sean.
Because normally he's the one who can't. Because normally he's the one who can attract girls within a 50-mile radius.
Exactly. I mean, it works out nicely here. So cut to a gag.
Actually, I really think there should have been more gags with Sean wondering what the world was coming to.
Well, I was enjoying the Turner gags in this one.
Yeah.
Because Turner, we're in homeroom, and Turner starts reading, and it's weird that it's not there. I know he's in there.
He goes, item number 1, for those interested in the fast-paced world of chess club.
What?
Moving on to relevant stuff. Item 11.
I want to know what 2 through 10 were. I really want to know. If it's anything like our pre-shifts at work, I would love to know what the rest of those things on the sheet were. Holy crap.
Total attendance here is 18,000.
Hey, you don't have somebody sitting next to you doing farm animal stuff during pre-shift. That happens to me every freaking day. Anyway, back to the show. Item 11 is the fact that due to a freezer mishap, fish kebabs will not be served at lunch, and everyone's clapping and Sean is up and down.
Well, you're welcome. Hold your applause. To which Turner just goes, I don't want to know. Just say, why is move, Mr. Turner? Because you know what you don't know about, you don't have to testify about.
Very true. There's no paperwork on knowledge you don't know. Yeah. So anyway,
that's why 9 times out of 10, if I see someone do something bad, I'm like, I didn't see that.
My joke has been to the airport. If it involved paperwork, I didn't see it. Yeah. So anyway, we find out that TK transferred into Cory's and Sean's homeroom.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think Turner goes, excuse me. I'm trying to remember what he says exactly.
I think he says this is homeroom.
This is homeroom. This note should explain everything.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And so Theresa, I love this joke is great. So she's like, can we sit 2 to a desk?
Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
And Attorney said, I don't think that's gonna work. Attorney sets this straight. I love the fact that he's so straight laced with this whole gag.
Although you could just hear Cory going, "Please say yes, please say yes, please say yes."
Seriously, you can see his face. It's just like, what the hell? So, and then she's like, well, how about for a spy spot? And she points right over there. At least he's right next to Cory, so it works out nicely for the rest of the show.
Although I think a better gag would have been her actually scaring the kid next to him out of his seat.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome, but that did not happen. That would have been funny, though. So, TK apparently had a lot of money. That's what I'm getting out of all this episode. What the hell is with this family that there's so much money?
Well, let's see. People say she has a reputation for being fast, and oh god, I'm not gonna say, wow, what?
We'll get there in a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna say, well, she has a reputation for being fast. She's got a lot of money, and oh god, never mind anything. Just forget I said anything.
Yeah. Anyway, so she bought him as he gets home. Alan and Amy just like, oh, Cory,
your wreath
is here. That's not true. That's not enough.
And it honestly looks like she stole it from a funeral.
I know, seriously, it was terrible.
Looks like she stole it from a funeral and replaced the wreath.
The letters.
But then again, I think our deepest condolences would send the wrong message.
So true. So true. So. Sorry, the visual of that just made me laugh. So, instead of I love you, it's the deepest condolences. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh no, that's the wreath that got sent to Katie Holmes when she married Tom
Cruise. So anyway, but if that's not enough, a life-size candy clown, which is creepy as fuck, by the way.
Wait. Is it as creepy as the clown doll from either version of Poltergeist?
No, but you haven't seen Inside Out yet and seen the creepy clown in that movie yet. It is the only thing in that movie that creeped everyone in the theater of all ages out. The only thing in that movie that creeped everybody out.
Never underestimate the creepy power of a clown.
Holy fuck. Anyway, anyone who's seen Inside Out understands that. If you haven't, see it. Great movie. Anyway, the life-size clown, which I love the fact that Morgan wants to play with the clown, and then he said you could eat it, and it makes her day.
Yeah, you can play with it, and then you can eat it, and then she takes the nose.
Takes the nose and walks away. It's just so random. So then the doorbell rings, and Alan
goes, the next 3 boxes of the day.
And it's Tony the delivery man who made the show for me. This guy was amazing. This guy was fantastic. Do you know who Tony the delivery man was? Because he was amazing.
Alrighty, give me a moment.
You do that and I'll continue on what happened here.
There we go.
He brought in sirloin steak. Boxes of sirloin steak.
I think he just goes, I wonder what's in here. It's sirloin steak.
And Tony has the line of the show, nothing says I love you like a beautiful piece of meat.
What words heard on Ron Jeremy's wedding night.
Oh, that might be the line of the show. I did not expect it, and it made me laugh. I did not know that was coming.
Played by Herschel Sperber. Wow, there's a... Well, I was gonna say, that's not a name. It's a bad Scrabble hand.
Where's he from?
Let's see. He's basically done a lot of TV. He's been in an episode of My Name is Earl, Murder 101. He's in a game I have, Miss 50 Cent Bulletproof.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see. Mystery Woman Snapshot. Oh, it's a TV movie. He was an additional voice in the Spider-Man 2 video game. He was a mobster in an episode of Titus. Additional voice in Osmosis Jones.
Okay.
Let's see here. He was in a Columbo movie in 2000. Convict #1 in a series called It's Like You Know.
It's Like You Know?
Yeah. He was a voice in Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. He was Globfather in Ninja Turtles.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. It was in the Turtles, the original one or a new one?
The original.
Okay.
He was in Real Monsters. He had a small part in The Birdcage. Basically, he's one of those, hey, it's that guy actors.
Oh, okay, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. He's so funny here,
what's
though.
interesting is he shows up for a couple more episodes as Uncle Mike Hunter.
Really?
Yeah.
Tony comes out as Michael. We'll get to him later, then.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. We'll probably recognize him later now that we're
he was in 2 episodes of NYPD Blue. He was in Saved by the Bell, Wedding in Las Vegas.
That might be where I recognize him from. That might be it.
It says tall thug.
I might recognize. Oh, that's it. That's why I remember him. He's just okay. Now I remember him from that. Okay.
He was,
Other people could tell him to say about a Bell fan. So there you go.